Some cars go for insane prices at auction. Let's go over some of the cars that outperformed what was even expected of them. We're going to be talking about cars that sell for the high price with just the car itself, so no like celebrity cars or anything like that. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. This is the car that made me want to make this video. This is a 2001 Acura Integra Type R that has 4,800 original miles and sold for $204,000 on bringatrailer last week. To put that into perspective, you could buy a McLaren 720S, 2 R35 GTRs, or 24 non-Type R Integras. The car is in the very sought-after Phoenix Yellow and is almost completely original. A bidding war took place in the last 20 minutes that added another $100,000 to the price, which shattered the previous Type R that sold for $112,000 in 2022. What is crazy is that this car retailed in 2001 for $24,000, which is around $44,000 today. So he paid a little over 4.5 times the original MSRP for this car. Even if you have a super clapped out Civic, Hondas are worth a lot of money these days, so enjoy your clapped out Civic. The Mark IV Supra is not unfamiliar to high auction prices, but this one stands out. The Supra is loved for the 2JZ motor, which is swapped into everything under the sun. It is known for its reliability while pushing some insane horsepower numbers and also looking pretty good while doing it. The car is also loved from being in the first Fast and Furious movie. Some auctions have seen the Mark IV range from $60,000 to $100,000 depending on condition and mileage. This 1994 Supra sold for $232,000. This was a one-owner car that had 13,000 original miles. It was black paint over black interior and fitted with a 6-speed manual. It is completely original with the original stickers included as well. For the Grand National's final year, Buick wanted to make a statement. Working in conjunction with McLaren, they built the Grand National into a street beast named the Buick GNX. It received freer flowing heads, improved engine management controls, less restrictive exhaust, and an upgraded turbo, all combined boosted the output to 276 horsepower and 360 foot-pounds of torque. In addition to the engine mods, there was a transmission cooler, stiffer body, and improved rear suspension designs with stiffer springs and a stabilizer. The Buick GNX had a 0 to 60 time in 4.6 seconds and a quarter-mile time in the low 13-second range. Only 547 Buick GNXs were ever built, this one being number 480. It was still in the plastic wrap, having only 8 miles on the odometer. It had been stored in a climate-controlled display its entire life and sold at Barrett-Jackson for $275,000. The Mazda Miata has always been a fun little go-kart you see on the road, but you wouldn't think they could sell for a lot of money. This 1990 red Miata, with only 38 miles on the odometer, is in perfect condition and sold for a lot of money. The previous low-mileage NA models sold for around $15,000, and then one sold for $30,000 in 2020, which seemed to be the peak of Miatas. But in 2022, this one sold for $40,000. It also has a hardtop, which is pretty cool because you don't see those super often. This is a 1985 Cabriolet Wolfsburg Edition Volkswagen. It is completely original with every inch of the car looking near perfect. And the reason why is this car only has 39 miles. That seems like it was driven around the dealership and then never touched again. This car was bought in Illinois and added to the buyer's collection until 2017, where it was purchased again and also never driven. It also still has the original sticker on the windshield. A very similar condition one with low miles sold for $13,000, but this one sold for $70,000 in 2020. The Subaru STI is not known for hitting insane auction prices unless of course you're talking about the 22B, but this 2019 STI sold on bringatrailer in 2022 for $107,000. This one is pretty special though, as it was a limited edition S209 model, which was specifically designed for the US market. It has a more powerful engine, enhanced chassis, and unique exterior and interior designs. Only 209 units were ever produced, and this was number 170 and was finished in crystal white pearl and only had 10 original miles. This car I talked about in my over-engineered video a couple weeks ago. It is the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4. These cars had tech that were way beyond advanced at the time. Today it's hard to find them in good condition, which makes sense why this one sold for as high as it did. This is a 1999 VR4 that has 3,800 miles and sold for $75,000. It is a twin turbocharged V6 with a manual transmission making 320 horsepower. This car is original red with tan interior and may be the lowest mileage VR4 we ever see at auction. Before the last car, let's go over a couple that are still super surprising but didn't make the list. This is a 1987 Honda Prelude with 4,200 miles that sold for $79,000. This is a 2003 Toyota Camry Solara that sold for $32,000, and the only thing special really is that it's a manual. This is a 2000 Honda Civic Si EM1 that sold for $52,000, which is crazy because this is not even a Type R. This 22,000 1994 Nissan 300ZX with a 5-speed sold for $135,000 in 2022. The very last Pontiac Fiero GT to roll off the assembly line was sold in the GAA Classic Cars auction with the plastic wrap still on it. The Fiero was America's first mid-engine production car, introduced 36 years before the mid-engine 2020 Chevrolet Corvette. Although early iterations of the Fiero received a lot of criticism, the biggest were the low-capacity oil pans that caused overheating, faulty connecting rods that failed at a rate of about 1 in 10, and an electrical panel that was mounted too close to the exhaust manifold. They were literally always on fire, but that did not stop this one from selling for $90,000 at auction. Let me know down below what car from this list surprised you, and if you have any auction prices that I didn't go over or any that I missed, let me know the car and the price down below. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you liked the video, please feel free to like the video and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching.